Magic.
Picatrix is one of the oldest grimoires and has only recently been translated into English. The Picatrix originates from Arabia. It is one of the primary sources of information about the spirits of planets, otherwise known as angels, and how to contact demons and devils. The Picatrix was translated into Latin in 1256 and studied by King Alfonso. The king eventually bequeathed a third of his kingdoms to the Knights Templar in exchange for bringing to him the Picatrix and other magical grimoires. It was the Picatrix and other magical grimoires which inspired the Knights Templar to launch expeditions and excavate the site of King Solomon's Temple in Jerusalem. This quest became romanticized by Geoffrey of Monmouth in his medieval writings, which codenamed the collection of ancient magical teachings as the Holy Grail. The Picatrix was banned for many centuries because it not only shows you how to summon the spirit of a planet, but then goes on to show you how to implant this spirit into the head of a dead person, which is then animated using further magical spells. The head can then be questioned to give answers. Thus, the spirit of a planet can be summoned to speak through the head of a corpse. The Picatrix contains a recipe which includes the severed head of a freshly dead young man. This head would be placed in a glass vessel and pickled using a large quantity of human blood and several ounces of opium. The vessel would then be sealed and placed underground, and prayers recited to conjure a spirit to take up residence in the head of the corpse. These magically infused heads were prized possessions amongst the magicians employed by the royal elite of the Middle Ages. These heads became known as Baphomets. Often the head would be placed in ornate silver caskets, rather like religious relics, and questioned during elaborate magical ceremonies. During the heresy trials of the Knights Templar, initiates confessed that Baphomet heads were used to divine information at Templar strongholds in Paris, London, and in the south of France. The magical rites of the Templars inspired many future secret societies, many of which sought to harness the power of demons for political and financial gain. The Picatrix inspired further magical texts such as the Testament of Solomon, a sophisticated book of demonology which describes how to summon Beelzebul, who is a demonic prince of hell. According to ancient texts authored by King Solomon, when Beelzebul was questioned as to its demonic purpose, the demonic spirit replied, "I destroy kings. I ally myself with foreign tyrants. I set demons onto men. I inspire men of God to commit wicked sins, evil heresies and lawless deeds. I inspire men to commit murder and declare war upon each other.
I will destroy the world."
After the heresies of the Knights Templar were exposed, the Templars went underground and reformed themselves into World International Freemasonry. One of the secret passwords used in Freemasonry is Beelzebul. By the 1500s, the magical texts of Arabia and the Cabala were in the hands of magicians advising the royal court of England.
EnigmaRadio.net.
EnigmaRadio.net.
EnigmaRadio.net. Intelligent radio for planet Earth.
EnigmaRadio.net.
EnigmaRadio.net. Intelligent radio for planet Earth.
EnigmaRadio.net. Intelligent radio for planet Earth.
EnigmaRadio.net. Intelligent radio for planet Earth.
EnigmaRadio.net, intelligent radio for planet Earth.
EnigmaRadio.net, intelligent radio for planet Earth.
EnigmaRadio.net, intelligente radio for planet Earth.
Your transmitter. It's only a matter of minutes before they find us and take the station off the air.